Okay guys, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the frontal lobe now. The frontal lobe is the largest of the four lobes, and as the name suggests, is located towards the front part of the brain. Now, it is involved in complex mental functions, including planning, estimating, organizing, decision-making, and generally it's where most of our thinking occurs. It's very much involved with our personality and our ability to control our emotions and behavior. It receives and coordinates information from the primary motor from the senses, and it will actually coordinate movements via the primary motor cortex. Now, the primary motor cortex is actually located at the rear of the frontal lobe, so around this area here. And it controls voluntary bodily movement. Very specifically, it controls our skeletal muscles. If you were listening to the last little document video thingamabob, the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body, and the right side of the brain controls the left side of the body. So the left primary motor cortex, or the primary motor cortex located in the left hemisphere, controls the right side of your body, and vice versa. And different parts of the primary motor cortex actually control specific areas of the body. You'll notice here in this lower right hand corner you've got a diagram of the motor cortex itself. Now what they've done is they've tried to represent the different amounts or proportions of cortex dedicated to different parts of the body, and what you'll notice is that the face and lips in particular are a very large proportion of the cortex is dedicated to them. Another part that's very much highly dedicated is the hand and the fingers, less so to the knee and the hip and the trunk. The reason for this is because you require a lot more fine motor skills with those particular parts of the body. You have a lot more space dedicated to the cortex. Generally speaking, everybody's got the same sort of configuration of the motor cortex. So most people, upper face, tongue, swallowing, lips are found in this part of the cortex, and their trunk, hip, knee, ankle, or toes are found in this part of the cortex, in that sort of configuration. Obviously, if you have certain skills in one region, you tend to have a little bit more space dedicated in that cortex. Now, another really important part of the frontal lobe is what we call Broca's area. Now, Broca's area, I'm going to go back a slide, is actually located right next to your primary motor cortex, and you can see it here in blue. The reason for this is because, and it's only found in the left frontal lobe, the reason for this is it actually helps us to articulate our speech. So it controls the muscles, your larynx, your tongue, all the muscles involved in speech, which I'm clearly losing at the moment, but it helps you to articulate them. It helps a little bit with the meaning of words, but more importantly, it helps your sentence structure, your adjectives, your prepositions, and your conjunctions. So things like is, the, and, if, those types of words. Now, people who have damage to the Broca's area, we're going to look at them in a bit more detail later on in the unit. However, they often struggle to pronounce words and talk. The other thing, obviously, is grammatical structure, so making sure that your sentences are grammatically correct. Oh, I've gone one step too back. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to cover in this little slide.